thrilled to be here, not just because you all are the flagship, but also, as President Pines mentioned, I'm married up. Because I'm married to Turk. And so since y'all been kind enough to welcome me here, and since I did marry a Turk, I guess y'all are my in-laws. So it's good to be here. But I gotta tell you, my amazing wife and our state's amazing First Lady, Dawn, she reminds me of something often. Yeah, I'm gonna give her a round of applause too, because she's bad. But she always does remind me of something that I think about. And I was thinking about as I was preparing to come here today, because she always says that without the University of Maryland, I would have never learned how beautiful Maryland actually is. Because she's not from here. She was born and raised in New York City. This really is like New York South, I get cracked up. But she was born and raised in New York City, and the truth is that she never really saw herself living here. She never saw herself leaving New York. But then she got a scholarship to this school, and she fell in love with this state. And she has lived and worked in Maryland now for her entire adult life. And that's the power of the University of Maryland. The power of this place is that you don't just educate Marylanders, you create Marylanders. And I could not be more proud to be the governor of a state that produces extraordinarily Marylanders like the way the University of Maryland College Park does every single year. Now, to all the graduates, I know y'all are about to write the next chapter of your lives. And for each and every one of you, you're gonna have different stories, but the one guarantee that I can tell you is this, is that challenges await you. And you won't be able to predict any of them. Many of the trials that you will face, you will never see coming. You will have moments that will define you, that you did not anticipate. And the only question that will be presented is, what is going to happen when life decides to throw you a curveball? Because it will. In fact, they're going to throw many at you. And so today, I just want to spend a little bit of time talking about preparation. Because I look out in the crowd here and I see students who have spent years preparing for their next steps. We have graduates from the School of Public Health. Shout out to the School of Public Health. And y'all, you've spent years preparing to save lives. We have graduates from the School of Engineering. Shout out to the School of Engineering. And you all have been preparing to help us explore new frontiers in science and technology. We have people who graduated with international relations degrees like I did. And I know y'all are still trying to figure out what to do next, because I know I was. But the thing I know is this, is that you worked hard for these diplomas. You spent countless hours in McKeldin Library. Shout out to the people who cheer when I say McKeldin Library, Lord have mercy. Woo, libraries. I know for many of you, you were the first in your family to go to college. Yes. I know for many of you, you juggled coursework with a campus job. I know for some of you here don't just have your parents in the stands. That some of you here have your children in the stands as well. And you graduated despite the fact that you were also raising families while you were going and pursuing your degree in higher education. So for each and every one of you, you have absolutely earned this moment. But I have news for you. The degree that you receive today will neither be your preparation nor your protection for the challenges ahead. Because true preparation cannot be taught in a classroom. It must be earned through experience. And so as you consider your next steps, I know people are going to tell you that you should focus on this thing or you should focus on that thing. They're going to be people are going to tell you you should choose STEM or you should choose business. Y'all have heard that before, huh? Or you should choose communications, or you should choose a whole series of different things. And all those suggestions are very valid. And take them seriously. But oftentimes they're guided by short-term trend lines and not long-term preparation. So let me throw something else at you today that you should choose. Choose tough. Choose the thing that forces you to wake up early in the morning. Choose the thing that forces you to stay up late at night. Choose the thing that your friends and or your family members might not fully understand. Choose the thing that takes you out of your comfort zone, but doesn't just take you out of your comfort zone. Choose the thing that keeps you out of your comfort zone. Choose tough. Because when you choose tough, that's how you are going to figure out how to handle anything that life throws at you. Now, I know I had my first opportunity to choose tough when I was 17 years old. And at that point, I decided to join the Army. And I was so young, I was still a minor. I was so young that my mother had to sign the paperwork for me. But my mother, as she will tell you, that because of my teenage years, she would sign whatever paperwork the Army put in front of her. And I'm the son of an immigrant single mom who didn't get her first job that gave her benefits until I was 14 years old. And so when I joined the Army, I did it because I was passionate to do it, but also I did it because college is really expensive. And the military promised to help pay for my tuition. But what I didn't know at that moment was this, is that military service wouldn't just help me get through college. It would help prepare me for a life of uncertainty. Because I didn't complete my Army training with a degree. I did not complete my Army training where I was scored on a 4.0 scale. For me, the military was what served as a preparation for everything that I was going to see for the rest of my life. Because in each of your own individual ways, however you choose to do it, when you choose tough, there's never anything that you are going to see in your life that is ever going to make you flinch. And I'm talking about the kind of preparation that helped me to run a small business here in Maryland. I'm talking about the preparation that helped me to build my family, my career. I'm talking about the kind of preparation that helped me to become the 63rd governor of this state and the first black governor in the history of the state of Maryland. And I'm talking about the kind of preparation that helped me and helped my team respond when the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed. Because there's something I've learned about this job is this. Whenever my phone rings in the middle of the night, I'm never about to get good news. Because good news waits until the morning. And at 2:02 in the morning, when my phone rang, my chief of staff called me to tell me that the Francis Scott Key Bridge was gone. When he told me that we now had a cargo ship that is the length of 3 football fields, a cargo ship that is the weight of the Washington Monument, that had now collided with one of the most iconic bridges in this state, and now we had that vessel that was stuck in the middle of the Patapsco River with 3,000 to 4,000 tons of steel sitting on top of it. the remainder of the bridge at the bottom of the river, and that there were 6 Marylanders who were unaccounted for, who we later realized and learned had died that night. So our team had to respond to a situation that nobody could have predicted, and we were forced to do something that no one had done before. So when people ask me, what kind of training helped you to respond to the unthinkable when it happened, my answer was not, well, I have a bachelor's in arts and international relations. The answer was that I chose tough. That was my preparation. And as of this morning, I am proud to say that we have refloated that ship, that we're on track to have a full federal channel cleared within weeks, that we have brought the families of the 6 victims the closure that they deserve, and we have achieved things that people said would take months in a matter of weeks. So class of 2024, my message to you is this: choose tough, because when you choose tough, you become tough. There's nothing that will shake you. There was nothing that will make you flinch. When you choose tough, you don't just open up the world, you prepare yourself for the world. Now, I don't mean to say that your education has not prepared you, because it has. But not because you earned a specific degree with a specific title. Your education has prepared you because your education has toughened you, and your education has tested you. It's the all-nighters. It's the hard classes. It's the seminar discussions and the long conversations. It's the struggle of balancing coursework and a campus job. It's the hours you spend engaging in the biggest debates that our world is wrestling with right now. It's all of the tough choices that you have made from the moment that you walked onto this campus. And I'm talking about tough choices that people made, like your classmate, Marie Brodsky. Because during COVID, Marie witnessed how isolation affected the health and happiness of her grandfather, who suffered a stroke years earlier. So Marie chose tough. She founded a company called Wise Cities. It's a startup to help older Americans deal with isolation. Her project has already received thousands of dollars in grant funding, and it is literally changing lives as we speak. So I say to Marie, thank you for choosing tough. I've learned about people like your classmate, Luke Keys. Luke came to the University of Maryland to earn a master's in public health. But getting a degree wasn't challenging enough for Luke, because Luke chooses tough. He juggled his studies with his work running a nonprofit organization that he founded himself. It is called True Community. It trains people in CPR, and so far his nonprofit has certified more than 8,000 people in 20 cities. So I say to Luke, thank you for your work, and thank you for choosing tough. And I learned about people like your classmate, Gustavo Lang Jr. Gustavo, I'm hearing some cheering back. Gustavo started his career as an educator. He got married. Yay, marriage. He had 2 children, and he built a solid foundation for his family. And then Gustavo made a decision. He chose even tougher. He went back to school so he could launch a second career, and at the University of Maryland, he has balanced home life and coursework and a regular job to support him and his family, and today he starts a new chapter as an engineer. Gustavo, thank you for choosing Tough. Turks, for each and every one of you, you have everything that you need to make the hard choices. The choices that will both protect you and prepare you for life's unpredictable challenges. So my ask of you tonight is simple. Nurture that instinct. Answer that call. And grow it. Choosing Tough is running with an idea that you never told anybody about because you were scared to. Choosing Tough is saying no to a guaranteed business offer because you know your worth and you know you can do better. Choosing Tough is making amends with a family member or a friend who hurt you long ago. But that same person seeks and deserves forgiveness. Choosing Tough is staying awake during a graduation even though you're all up all night at C-Stone. Choosing Tough is pushing yourself to the very limit and then deciding I still have more to give. Because if you choose Tough, I promise you, you will be ready to take on the world. It will not be glamorous. It will not be simple. It will not get you a short-term reward. But if life has taught me anything, it is this. The things that are hard are the things that last. The things that have come easy to me are the things that do not matter. Choose Tough. Because those who are willing to push are the ones who are willing to prevail. Class of 24. It's your time. Get out there, choose Tough, win big, make us all proud, and always, always, always bleed red. God bless you, Turks. Congratulations. Congratulations.